Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, families, and friends, and of course, the graduating class of 2025. My name is Sammy, and I'm an alumna from the class of 2024. It's my honor to be your MC this afternoon, and a very warm welcome to Singapore Management University and to the opening ceremony of Commencement 2025. This year is especially meaningful as SMU celebrates a major milestone, our 25th anniversary. That's 25 years of bold ideas and a shared spirit that has transformed a small, pioneering institution into one of Singapore's leading universities. Today is not just a celebration of your achievements. It is also a celebration of SMU's journey and the community that has grown with it. Before we begin, we kindly ask that you switch your mobile phones to silent mode. We also appreciate your cooperation in remaining seated throughout the ceremony as our professional photographers work to capture these most cherished moments. Let's make this a commencement to remember. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the grand processional led in by the University Award winners from the class of 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Singapore. and gentlemen, please remain standing as we welcome the Chancellor, Mr. Lim Chi-on, to officially open this year's commencement. Chancellor, please.
On behalf of Singapore Management University, I am pleased to extend my warmest welcome to our distinguished guests, faculty, graduates, and family members. I hereby declare the Commencement 2025 open.
Thank you, Chancellor. May we invite everyone to take your seats, please. Guest of Honor, Mr. Ron Sim, Chancellor, Mr. Lim Chi-on, Pro-Chancellors, Mr. Eddie Teo and Mr. Kwok Kun Yen, Chairman of the Board of Trustees, Mr. Piyush Gupta, and our trustees, President Professor Lily Kong, Provost Professor Alan Chan, Senior Management, faculty, distinguished guests, the graduating class of 2025, families and friends, and of course, those joining us virtually right now. A very warm welcome to today's commencement ceremony. We are delighted to have all of you here with us today as we celebrate the achievements of our graduates. Without further ado, I would like to invite Chairman Mr. Piyush Gupta on stage to share a few words of wisdom with the graduating class. Chairman, please.
Guest of honor, Mr. Ron Sim, founder and executive chairman of the V3 Group, Chancellor of Singapore Management University, Mr. Lim Chi-on, Pro-Chancellors, Mr. Eddie Teo and Mr. Kwok Kun Yen, members, my colleagues on the SMU Board of Trustees, SMU President, the redoubtable Professor Lily Kong, faculty, staff, and the class of 2025. The class of 2025, this is your thing. Can I have a big cheer for you? Class of 2025. Parents and guests, and since I heard there are obviously people online, all of you as well. First of all, I have to start by saying a big congratulations to all of the graduates. Not because graduating is such a big deal, most people graduate, but this is a really important milestone in anybody's lives. And I'm sure as you look back, you will appreciate the import of this milestone. When you joined SMU 4 years ago, from either NS or high school or A-level, etc., the reality is you're adolescents, you were young, you were entering the thresholds of what I think of as adult life. Today, as you leave 4 years later, hopefully, you leave as adults, as citizens, as people who can and be part of shaping a future. And hopefully in these 4 years, you have built a different you. And that is why congratulations are in order for all of you. A big congratulations to your parents, your family, your friends, and your support group. For parents in particular, this is an equally important and proud moment. You have a lot of aspirations for your children. You put a lot of effort, And so to see this important milestone when your child achieves this important level, milestone in their lives, a big congratulations to you. And finally, a large congratulations to all of the faculty, staff, teachers, all of you. It's a great profession. They say teaching is a noble profession. I indeed believe it is, because all of you give of yourself in many profound ways to try and create people of tomorrow. And I'm sure it's very satisfying every year for you to see the handiwork of your efforts show up looking so fantastic in these brilliant robes and so on. So big congratulations to all of you as well. As you heard earlier, this is a very special commencement. It's special because it marks 25 years of SMU, and it is special because it marks 60 years of Singapore as well. This serendipitous coincidence reminds us about how far we have come as a university and as a country. And in some ways, how your generation has the possibility of shaping the next chapter in both of these stories. When SMU was founded in the year 2000, it was envisioned as a bold experiment, one that would rethink higher education for a new era. 25 years on, that vision has taken root and flourished. I was on a SMU trip benchmarking universities in Europe a couple of weeks ago, and I was really proud of the amount of admiration and respect that our university has garnered in this short period of time. Universities are around for hundreds of years, 300, 400, 500 years. And so for us to build the name and reputation we have in 25 years is truly fantastic. In this period of time, we have produced 40,000 graduates who are now leaders and change makers across business, across government, social impact, and the arts. We've championed interactive, interdisciplinary education, global learning, and we built a university community defined not only by excellence, but by purpose and heart. And as you therefore look at what SMU is today, you can look back at it with pride, and you as products of this in this year's batch are going to continue to embellish SMU's achievements as we go forward. As you think about the going forward, it's important to reflect on one challenge and one massive opportunity. The challenge comes from a very simple truth. The pace of change is exponential. It is increasing every day, and things are coming out of the woodwork that nobody even thought of. Your generation, your cohort, is going to go into this world, and therefore the world will have an increasing amount of uncertainty. I think the uncertainty will come not just from technology. The uncertainty will come from geopolitics. It'll come from sociopolitics. It'll come from big question marks about the roles of humans, about the formation of societies. I think many of the most profound challenges that mankind faces will be at our doorstep over the next 10 years. And therefore, for all of you, as you enter the workforce, as you go out and make your lives and your careers, you will find that the environment could be a little unforgiving. It could be a little bit tricky. Already, placements this year in universities have not been the greatest because people are warily looking at the prospect of what Gen AI might mean, what AI might mean, so not great. But opportunities, and there are two sets of opportunities. Opportunity number one, I'm a big believer in the resilience of the human spirit. I believe consistently over time, in the face of the most profound uncertainty, we as a species have continued to do well. We've continued to prosper. And we've prospered because of people like yourselves who come up with new ideas, who come up with new ways of doing things, who come up with defining a new future. So in every uncertainty, there lies opportunity. And that's the first message I want to leave with all of you. Because there's uncertainty, there is opportunity. Opportunity to grasp and opportunity to change. My second message is this. It goes back to the nature of SMU. I'm increasingly convinced that your pedagogy, the way you've been groomed over the 4 years in university, is going to be differentiated and differentiable over a lifetime. Lateral thinking, problem solving, interdisciplinary, interactive, and most of all, an education with a heart. It is my belief that this form of education and the skills you've acquired will go a long, long way to helping you succeed, not just in careers, not just economically, but succeed as human beings and succeed in helping shape the new world order. It's now my honor to introduce someone who embodies this very idea, somebody who embodies change, somebody who embodies creating a new world, who's left fantastic footprints, probably one of the most quintessential entrepreneurs that Singapore has had. It's our guest of honor, Mr. Ron Sim, founder and executive chairman of the V3 Group. Mr. Sim, like I said, is one of Singapore's most recognized entrepreneurs, having built OSIM into a global wellness brand and led the V3 Group to new heights in lifestyle and consumer innovation. But what truly distinguishes Ron is not just his business acumen. By the way, for those of you who don't know, when you go for Bacha coffee or you go for TWGT, that's all him, right? So, what truly distinguishes Ron is not just his business acumen, but his commitment to community and legacy. At SMU, we are fortunate to count Ron as a cherished partner. He is a founding family member of the SMU Business Families Institute, which supports business families across generations. His company, V3, donated $3 million to establish the V3 Group Professorship in Family Entrepreneurship at SMU. And this generous gift supports cutting-edge research and programs focused on best practices in family entrepreneurship, a key area for Singapore and for Asia. Through this partnership, Ron has reinforced a powerful idea that entrepreneurs from business families are not only builders of wealth, but also stewards of community, with a responsibility to give back, to uplift, and to create lasting value. We are honored to have him with us today, and I know his story and insights will inspire all of you as you embark on your own journeys. Thank you, and may your lives like his be filled with purpose, success, and fulfillment. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Ron Sim. Thank you.
Mr. Sim, please.
Chancellor of SMU, Mr. Lim Ji-ong, Pro-Chancellor, Mr. Eddie Teo, and Mr. Kok Kun Eun, Chairman and members of SMU Board of Trustees, SMU President, faculty, staffs, and the class of 2025, parents and guests, good afternoon. Thank you very much for the invitation to join you on this important day. To the class of 2025, congratulations. You have reached a point, an important milestone of your life. I envy you guys so much, as you are now a graduate. I have only completed O-level. And at the time, I was supposed to continue to study. And my family was poor, and I had to stop. Mom says, no money. So what a great starting point you have. I'm sure you have worked so hard, persistently, and self-belief with families and professors' support. You have made it today. Today is a great day for all of you, for which is just the beginning. What really matters is what you choose to do next. And I wish you all the best in all your endeavors. Let me take a few minutes to share my journey, and I hope it will be helpful. I grew up in a poor family where life is simple. We grew up with 13 members living in a one-room flat. My parents, my grandparents, one aunt, one auntie, 7 siblings, and me. We never had a bed, right? We roll our straw mats, and sleep across, line up. And there's only one toilet. So you can imagine how difficult it was every morning as we wake up. But we learn. We learn to value what we have. I was a little cheeky boy, always wanted to make money. When I was 9 years old, I went to look for a job. I was living at Norfolk Estates, just down by Owen Road, if you know. In those days, we have roadside stores, where they sell noodles, fishball noodles, or prawn noodles. And I saw 2 boys, working for the store. They had to use, this bamboo stick, one bigger bamboo, one small bamboo, go around the 4-story to canvas for orders. Not like today. I approached the owner of the store and asked if I can work. They looked at me at 9 years old. They said, "You can, but no pay. You have to just take this bamboo stick, go around the housing estate, which is 4-story, take the order. Every bowl of noodles that you take, 20 cents, you make 3 cents. 30 cents, you make 5 cents. 50 cents, you make 8 cents. So I did, and I earned about 50 to 80 cents a day. After school, from 1:30 to 6 p.m., I went by canvassing. And with those 50, 80 cents, unlike my pocket money, which was only 5 cents. And that's the interesting phase of my life. Maybe I can share this part with you. One day, I brought home the money after accumulating many dollars, and I gave to my mom. She cried. I cried too. Obviously, she was sad, but at the same time proud that a small little boy, his small little son, trying to make some money and help their family. I would say, always, I'm lucky to be born poor because it fuels the hunger. It fuels the desire. It fuels the desperation to make things good and right. After leaving O-level, I took odd jobs for about 2 years, and I registered for national service. Left the national service in 1979, January, and I started to work in a company for 3 months. It was a company in People's Park. They had this product whereby you do some demonstrations, and then you sell. Every day, I find ourselves able to sell as much as $2,000, $3,000, but they only pay you $13 a day. And you work between 10 to 10. But you're so happy because you could make about $500 almost a month, which was pretty big during those days. But after 3 months, I decided, it's pretty easy, isn't it? Why don't I just go to the wholesale center, find a product, and set up my own store? So after 3 months, I resigned. I went to the wholesale guy and found some products which I think would make sense and started my store. So in 1979, April, I started my business. I was 20 years and 6 months. The first company was not able to be registered. I had to use my sister's name. Thereafter, when I was 21, 6 months later, I could transfer back. And my goodness, time flies. It's 47 years later now. Over the 47 years, I encountered 4 crises. The first crisis was in 1985, when Singapore had a recession. My goodness, suddenly business all went down. So I learned 2 things, that Singapore is too small, and that you cannot just be a trader. You got to be a builder, all right? Build your brands, your products, your technology, whatever you can. And the second thing was that you need to create an external domestic market. So I went to Hong Kong in 86, 87 to Taiwan, 1990 to Malaysia, 1993 to China. And these 5 countries form the external domestic market where I can build some volume and base. Because in those days, if you just had Singapore market, there's no way you can create product enough of quantity to satisfy the manufacturers. So one of the way is to create the volume. And by 1989, I realized I have to make deeper by building my own brand, my own concept, my own products, my own services. So I pushed all the makers, and I had enough volume. That was the first crisis. Second crisis was in 1997. Though it was a very short crisis, there are 2 things I learned too. One is that volatility makes you stronger. And second thing is to build sustainability and scalability, which is very key. In good times, for growth, you need scalability and sustainability. For defense, you still need scalability and sustainability. So that was very crucial. Third crisis was in 2008, when US global financial crisis happened, the Lehman Brothers. In 2005, I acquired a US company for US 475 million with 2 other partners, which I fork out 55% ownership, so I paid more than them. But guess what? I later sold for only US 175 million, which means 3 of us lose $300 million. I had to impair, I had to write off the debt. Restart again. This crisis in 2008 taught me 2 things. That total capitalism does not work easily. If you want to leverage, you better make sure you have insurance. And the financial crisis also taught me and allowed me to understand the principle and the psychology of the financial market and the financial players. So it was an interesting time. I was traveling to US 16 years. Every month, 1 week. It was tough. Then I was in my 40s, so it's not so bad. The last crisis was obviously all of us had to go through, 2020 COVID. It was pretty scary scenario and actually quite boring because all of a sudden we've been working all our life and suddenly we had to stay home for 3 months. It was damn tough. It was really difficult. But most important, it exposed developing countries and emerging country weaknesses and strength. And it helps fundamentally to align offline and online business, which was critical as we leap forward. All in all, the 4 crises was a great lesson. Every crisis we leapfrogged because we kept a positive mindset. We kept a positive attitude. And we kept a positive drive. In a simple acronym, positively mad. Right? Mindset, attitude, and drive. In all this process, and in all these crises, USIM grew into a regional and a global brand. In 2015, I started the V3 Group. And V3 Group is about assets, brands, and capital. V3 also stands for vision, values, and valor. This I can share with you. The originality of V3 is my wife, Valerie, and 3 kids. You know, my wife used to ask, why everything is a sim, you know? And then when my 3 kids came, I had Rachel, I had Raquel, I have Roy, all R, same as me, Ron, you know. So why all R? So it came 25, I say, okay, this is all yours, V3. So balance in the family is actually critically important. Today, V3 Group has a global portfolio across assets, brands, and capital. Into wellness, luxury gourmet, capital markets, real estates, and healthcare. You may know some of our brands: OSIM, TWG, Pasha, LAC, Perennial, you know, and many more, blah, blah, blah. We total have about 11 brands, and it will take time. The path was never easy. We faced failure. We make mistakes. But we get going because I believe in creating Singapore brands that can go far beyond our shore. Maybe regional, if not global. Next, let me, share and advise to you all. As you take a step to your next chapter of life, I would like to share something we call V3 Quote. 3 simple but powerful concepts that shaped my life and business. First, you must have a vision. Not just for your job, but for your life. Always have a goal. Always have an objective. It does not have to be big, but it gives you something to aim for. Without goal, you may drift. With a goal, you move with purpose. A long-term vision gives you clear directions, especially when life gets challenging. Don't go your way or get messy. Ask yourself, what kind of person do I want to become? My goal was simple. I never wanted to go hungry. Never wanted to go desperate. Never wanted to budget so that I can provide for my families. I remember when I left school at O-level, my teacher asked me, so what are you going to do? You can't go to poly, you got no money. I said, I have to just work, and I will make so much money that I don't have to budget. So that vision kept me focused through every challenge. Next, value. This is everyone's personal compass. They guide you when the rules are unclear and the choices are difficult. 3 key values that I adopted all these years: integrity, discipline, and resilience. Integrity is doing the right thing, even when no one is watching. Discipline is about showing up, doing the work, and staying consistent. Resilience is about getting back no matter how hard, how many times life knocks you down. Without values, success is meaningless. It is not about achievements and titles. It's about character, how you treat people, how you lead people, how you show up when it's tough and hard. People follow leaders they trust. Take care of those who work with you and for you. Invest in them. If you want to build something that lasts, build people, not just companies. Finally, valor. You can have visions and value, but without courage, you won't take the first step, or even the next step. Valor means daring to try, daring to fail, and daring to start again. It means making bold decisions when the outcome is unclear. Building USIM and V3 Group was never a straight path. I believe that we could build Singapore brands that stand in the world stage. That belief took courage. So do not play safe. Be bold, be yourself. Because yes, we can build global champions from here. And that journey starts from you. To reflect on my legacy, let me give you a few pointers. When I was building V3 Group, I had strong support from business partner, family, friends, colleagues. That support played an important role in where we are today. Mr. Lee Kuan Yew has always been my inspiration, as he has built a great Singapore. Not only our gratitude, but out of conviction that Singapore must keep building its next generation of champions. Entrepreneurs who can grow regional business, strengthen family enterprises, and leave legacies. As a founding member of Business Family Institute, and through the V3 Group Professorship in Family Entrepreneurship, we are supporting research, education, innovation, and family business. Family-owned business are the backbone of Asia economy. A recent EY survey showed that 17 Southeast Asian families are in the top 500 globally. They generate US 146 billions and employ near to 1 million people. But beyond these numbers lies something deeper for family business. A generation mindset. Family business think in decades. They value sustainability, care about the impact, take legacy seriously. In today's world, this long-term thinking provides stability and purpose. So entrepreneurship isn't just about creating wealth. It's also about building something that lasts and giving back along the way. I'm glad SMU share these beliefs. We hope to support the next generation of builders and help more Singapore brands succeed on the world stage. Finally, as you step in the next chapter of your life, I leave you with this thought. Be courageous with your goals. The world moves forward because of people who dare. Be clear on your values in good times and in bad times. As you succeed, leave others, give back. Because Singapore and the world need strong, steady, and value-driven leaders. You won't have all the answer on day one, but keep learning, keep building, keep contributing. And always remember, your journey don't just shape your life, but the future of Singapore. Once again, congratulations, class of 2025. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sim.
4 years ago, we stepped into SMU with questions and wonder about where we're heading. Today, the answers are clear.
Honestly, it's bittersweet. There's a lot of excitement about what's next, but also the sense of nostalgia that I've been feeling lately. The past 4 years I've spent here have been amazing, honestly.
Relieved, but also kind of weird. Like, it's over already. It's been tough. A lot of late nights, a lot of numbers, a lot of what am I even doing? But I made it, and I guess I'm proud of that.
I know that when I step out into the world, I'm stepping out with so much more than just my degree.
For me, I would say that moment would be when I got to pitch one of my ideas to real investors. So it was actually real people who could make my idea happen. And for me, the best part was that I actually managed to get mentored by one of the top investors. And that was not like just a simple good job hit kind of thing, but actual insights on how to take my business to the next level. And honestly, I think that is easily one of the coolest experiences that I've had at SMU.
This one project where I had to step up as the leader, even though I didn't really want to. I was nervous, second-guessing myself, but my team believed in me. And somehow I pulled through. That was a turning point. It made me realize that even if I don't have all the answers, I can still figure things out. And that experience shaped me into someone who's not afraid to take the lead when it matters.
Definitely the late night brainstorming sessions with my team. We ran on caffeine and pure adrenaline, trying to perfect our pitch deck. It was so stressful, but also some of the best moments because we were all in it together, pushing each other to be better. And those friendships, I think they last way beyond university.
It has to be the time that my friends and I spent hours debating over the best way to solve an economic model. We got so deep into it, we completely lost track of time. And when we finally left, we realized that the sun was about to rise. So it sounds quite nerdy, but in those moments of deep engagement, when you're just in the zone like like-minded people, those are the ones that I'll always remember.
Impact. Because that's what I want to create, whether it's through my career, my relationships, or the way I show up in the world.
Growth, because if there's one thing that I've learned is that I never want to stay in the same place for too long. I want to sort of keep pushing myself, learning new things, and see how far I can go.
Strategy. Because everything in life, just like economics, is about making the right decisions with the information you have.
Steady, because I'll figure things out eventually.
I'd say potential, because after everything SMU has thrown at me, I know I can handle whatever comes next.
Breakthrough, because that's what I'm aiming for, breaking limits, breaking barriers, and creating something truly impactful.
We may be closing a chapter, but our story is just beginning.
It is now time for the moment we've all been waiting for, the conferral of degrees. Graduates, please rise. We now invite Chancellor Mr. Lim Chi-on, accompanied by our President and Provost, on stage to officially confer the undergraduate and postgraduate degrees. Let us welcome them to the stage with a round of applause. Chancellor, please.
By the powers granted pursuant to the Singapore Management University Act, I hereby confer upon you the degrees shown respectively and admit you to all the accompanying rights, privileges, and responsibilities. You are henceforth proud graduates of this university, and I bid you to always uphold the good name and standards of this institution. Congratulations to all.
Thank you all. I would like to invite Chancellor and Provost back to your seats and President to the rostrum. Graduates, please be seated. President Professor Lily Kong will now address us. President, please.
Thank you. Guest of honor, Mr. Ron Sim, thank you for that very inspiring address. Chancellor Mr. Lim Chi-on, Pro-Chancellors Mr. Eddie Teo, Mr. Kwok Kun Yen, Chairman Mr. Piyush Gupta, and members of the Board of Trustees, faculty, staff, and of course the class of 2025, parents and guests. Commencement is always a moment of joy and celebration. This year, as you've already heard, it carries special significance. As our Chairman Piyush mentioned, 2025 marks important milestones in both SMU's and Singapore's history, reminding us of what vision, courage, and determination can achieve for a nation and a university. And as we look to the future, we do so with confidence, because we know that the next chapter will be written by our next generation, and you, our graduates, count as leaders and change makers among them. You will write the next chapter with a spirit of purpose and possibility that we need for the future. Last week, we also had the privilege of conferring an honorary degree of letters on Mr. Kwok Kun Hong in recognition of his outstanding contributions to business and philanthropy in Singapore and beyond. As chairman and CEO of Wilmer International and a generous benefactor and friend of SMU, Mr. Kwok exemplifies values we hold dear: integrity, humility, resilience, and service to others. And indeed, we've heard much of that today as well in Mr. Ron Sim's own journey. Like Mr. Sim, Mr. Kwok's journey is an inspiration, and I hope their examples will encourage each of you to pursue excellence not only for personal success, but to uplift communities and to contribute meaningfully to the world around you. To all our graduates today, this moment belongs to you. For those of you who have noticed the change in terminology, earlier before the conferment you were referred to as graduands, you are now graduates. You've earned your place here through hard work, adaptability, and determination. Along the way, you've learned and shown leadership, creativity, and compassion. What you've achieved goes beyond what can be represented on your transcripts, on your CV, or in your LinkedIn profile. It is reflected in the relationships that you've built, the values you've upheld, and the growth that you've embraced academically, personally, and socially. I hope you take a moment to honor that journey and the many people who supported you along the way. To all our graduates, I invite you to please stand. Yeah, now stand. And face your loved ones and supporters and give them a rousing round of applause to express your gratitude. You can do better than that. How about a cheer? For your parents, for your professors, for your loved ones. One more time. Okay, we didn't train the lung power enough, but okay, not bad. All right, please do have a seat. At SMU, we are grateful to our many benefactors and friends who believe in us and have given us immense support throughout our journey thus far. We have a government that has long been supportive of education. Over all of our 60 years as a republic, and I am a beneficiary of that. Born in 1965, when Singapore became independent, and yes, I'm 60 years old, even though I don't look it. The fact of the matter is that our government has invested in education, and generations have benefited from that. We have industry partners that have worked alongside with us in shaping curriculum, in offering experiential learning opportunities. We have university partners, and many of you have gone on exchange programs. We have university partners who believe in student mobility and enable cross-cultural learning. We have benefactors who see our students with financial need and believe in our vision and brand of education and ensure that needs are met. None of this is to be taken for granted. In the last half year, we have seen student mobility threatened, diversity jeopardized, and inclusion compromised on campuses and elsewhere. At SMU, we are clear about where we stand. We believe that diverse communities enrich learning and strengthen excellence. When students from different backgrounds, cultures, and worldviews come together, they sharpen one another's thinking and deepen mutual understanding. As so many leaders, CEOs, university presidents, and others have recognized, diversity is not a distraction from excellence. It is essential to it. We echo that belief. At SMU, we're proud of the diversity of our students and faculty. We're proud to be a university where differences are respected and where people are valued not in spite of their uniqueness, but because of it. This is how we build a community that is future-ready, but more importantly, that is fundamentally human. In the spirit of community and contribution, I want to acknowledge something truly heartening. Each year, graduating classes have chosen to give back to SMU through the graduating class gift, and this year is no exception. It is not how much you give, but by choosing to establish a class gift, you've done more than mark your graduation. You've extended a hand to those who will come after you. You've shown that you value not just what you have achieved, but what you can enable for others. For a young university, SMU has cultivated, I think, a rare and admirable culture of giving amongst our students, our faculty, our staff, and your generation continues to shape that tradition. Thank you for exemplifying the kind of leadership that is grounded in generosity and vision. To the class of 2025, the world you're stepping into is full of complexity, but also immense opportunity. You won't have all the answers, no one does, but you have what matters most: the ability to keep learning, to think critically, to act with integrity, and to care deeply. Wherever your path takes you in business, the arts, civil society, law, technology, or public service, I hope you will carry with you the essence of what it means to be part of the SMU community. A spirit of inquiry and innovation, a commitment to people and purpose, and a belief in making a difference beyond yourself. Congratulations once again. It has been our privilege to write this chapter with you, and we look forward to seeing the impact you will make in the chapters to come. Thank you.
Thank you, President. Please remain on stage. Established in 2010, the Ho Kwon Ping Circle Award is one of SMU's most prestigious student honors. Named after our founding chairman, Mr. Ho Kwon Ping, this award recognizes distinctive graduating students who have exemplified the core circle values of commitment, integrity, responsibility, collegiality, leadership, and excellence. It is now our pleasure to present the Ho Kwon Ping Circle Award winners for 2025. From the School of Accountancy, Bevlyn Tan. Shrishti Chopra. From the School of Economics, Prithviraj Mukhopadhyay. Salman Imtiaz. From the School of Computing and Information Systems, Ho Soo Wee. Lim Ren Ki. From the School of Social Sciences, Ensley Go Hui Chi. Kamalini Krishnamurthy. From the Yongpang House School of Law, Ng Xin Yu. Teo Heng Ray Damien. From the Lee Kong Chian School of Business, Chen Tong Shan. Sui Si Min. Thank you, Professor Lily Kong. May I invite you back to your seat, please? all our Ho Kwon Ping Circle Award winners.
The SMU education is broad and multifaceted, and to me, learning doesn't always take place within the classroom, and this is owed to SMU offering countless of opportunities through having a very vibrant CCA culture. To me, SMU is more than a university. It's an incubator that creates a very supportive yet pragmatic and realistic environment for us to take risks, explore beyond our comfort zones. I'd like to thank my parents, my family, my girlfriend and friends for being very supportive in my educational years. Thank you for supporting every decision I make, and the journey will not be the same without you. To the faculty and staff, thank you for being available and encouraging whenever I seek help.
I really like exploring. For example, exploring different career paths, exploring different opportunities in life. SMU's emphasis on having a very holistic and multidisciplinary education has allowed me to actually take the steps to explore different areas. Even within degrees itself, you have so much to explore. This has really transformed me into someone that steps up to plan my future better. I would like to say thank you to everyone that I've met at SMU, be it professors, classmates, groupmates, my dearest friends, you know who you are, as well as, most importantly, my family. I believe that everyone that I have met in life has really helped me become who I am today, and because of that, I would like to say thank you to all of them.
After witnessing an inspiring video featuring our brilliant university salutatorian and valedictorian, it is now time to present them with their well-deserved awards. May we now invite Provost Professor Ellen Chan to join us on stage for the presentation of these prestigious awards. Provost, please. Let's welcome Ong Enzo to receive his SMU Salutatorian Award. Let's welcome Esther Lam Xuan Yi to receive her Kwai Kong Peng Valedictorian Award and CPI Valedictorian Award. Thank you, Provost. May we invite you back to your seat and Esther to rostrum to deliver her valedictorian speech. Esther, please.
A very good afternoon, one and all. I'm Esther, the valedictorian of the class of 2025. First off, I would like to give my heartfelt thanks to every single person I've met on my journey at SMU. To my family, my friends, and of course the faculty. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Now, since I have the privilege to stand before all of you today, I would like to ask you a question. When was the last time you felt like you've changed? Well, I've experienced many changes during my time at SMU. And I'd like to share the one change I hold closest to my heart. My close friends used to have a nickname for me, Chongster, a combination of the word Chong, which means to charge forward, and my name Esther. Well, as the nickname suggested, I was always on full throttle. What internship should I apply for next? Is there a new case competition? Am I the first one at Conferral during break? At some point in time, I was so focused on what was in front of me that I lost sight of what was going on around me. I realized I should change, but I was scared. After all, I had been tunneling forward for nearly all of my university life. Then, in year 4 Sem 2, when I was on my exchange, my mom was diagnosed with cancer. Through the tears and turmoil, I finally decided I want to change. Because growing quickly felt meaningless if I was not growing hand in hand with the people I love. And this change was an especially tough one. But I was never truly alone. On quiet nights spent folding paper cranes with my younger brother, as we prayed for our mother's recovery, he taught me that love isn't just a feeling. It is something you need to show, and show often. On long afternoons spent job hunting with my dearest Sound Foundry friends, they reminded me to stay rooted in what matters and not get swept away by the noise of the rat race. And on peaceful mornings, sitting alone in the GSRs, I found a space to pause, to look back at my time in SMU, and to plan the road ahead. Now, as we relinquish our title as students, I believe many of us would continue to face change. Perhaps you may realize that your first job isn't your dream job after all, or that you now prefer Food Junction over Kofu. But be it our career paths or our lunch preferences, I hope that my story can serve as a little reminder that change can be scary, it can be difficult, but we should never shy away from it. And when some changes feel like a marathon to run by ourselves, don't be afraid to pause and look around us. We may not realize, but there will always be someone cheering us on from the sidelines as we take our baby steps on the road beyond SMU. And as changes within us spark changes around us, let us not forget the what, the why, and the who. Thank you.
Thank you, Esther.
But I know God, the devil wanna put me in a bow tie. Pray that the holy water don't go dry, yeah, yeah. As I look around me, so many wanna down me, but ain't no nigga never drown me. In front of a dirty devil mirror they clown me, and I love myself. The world is a ghetto, big guns and dick inside. I love myself, but they can do what they want whenever they want. I don't mind. I love myself. He said I gotta get up, like it's more than suicide. I love myself. One day at a time. They wanna say it's a war outside, and a bomb in the street, and a gun in the hood, and a mob of police, and a rock on the corner, and a line full of fiend, and a bottle full of lean, and a motto on the scheme, yep. These days of frustration keep y'all on tuck in rotation. I duck these cold faces, post up, feed 5-4 for bases. Dreams are reality's piece. Blow steam in the face of the beast. The sky can fall down, the wind can cry now. The strong in me, I still smile. I love myself. The world is a ghetto with guns and dick inside. I love myself. But they can do what they want whenever they want, I don't mind. I love myself. He said I gotta get up, life is more than suicide. I love myself. One day at a time, sun go shine. Walk my bare feet, walk my bare feet. Down, down, valley deep. Down, down, valley deep. I love myself. 5-4 from feet, 5-4. I love myself. Heart undone, my heart on. I love myself.
The world is a ghetto with guns and dick inside. I love myself. But they can do what they want whenever they want, I don't mind. I love myself. He said I gotta get up, life is more than suicide. I love myself. One day at a time. Sun goes shine.
I went to war last night with a heart medic weapon. Don't nobody call a medic. I'ma do it till I get it right. I went to war last night. I've been dealing with depression ever since I adolescent. I can never get the blessing. I can never see the message. I can never take the lead. I can never rub and weed from a negative and let it in my annihilate me. And it's happening, I'm moving at a medium speed. Finna run into a better, lay my body in the street. Keep my money in the ceiling, let my mama know I'm free. Give my story to the children and a lesson they can read. And the glory to the feeling of the holy unseen. Seen enough, make a mother free.
Let us give another big round of applause to our incredible performers for such an expressive and vibrant showcase. We have now come to the end of this momentous opening ceremony, and what a celebration it has been. To our class of 2025, this moment marks a beginning of a new chapter. Wherever your path leads, know that you'll always be part of the SMU family. Please join me in congratulating our graduates, the class of 2025. May I now invite our guest of honor, Mr. Ron Sin, to lead the grand recessional. We kindly ask all other guests to remain seated as the academic procession leaves the hall. Please remain seated as the School of Accountancy ceremony will begin shortly.
breathe.
Take it one
Small step
at a time. Congratulations for making it to the finish line.
Or is this the starting line? So what comes after your degree? You must have so many questions.
Uncertainty about where to go next and who you will become.
So much, you keep going at it, even past graduation.
But sometimes, the answer comes looking for you. Take it from me. The truth is, nobody knows what they're doing at the start. I'm not sure if anyone told you this, but
every expert was once a beginner.
And what seems like the end of a journey is often the start of life's greatest adventures.
Eventually, you learn to be the voice that guides someone else.
Soon, you'll help someone take their first step.
Talking about SMU, do you know why the Lee Ka-shing Library is the tallest building in SMU? Because it has many stories.
At SMU, we don't just graduate, we grow.
Because learning does not stop with a degree.
It moves, evolves,
and connects us for life.
Over here we have our alumni.
Dean of School of Accountancy, Lee Kong-chen, Professor Zhang Lendong, Associate Deans, faculty, distinguished guests, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to the SMU School of Accountancy Commencement Ceremony for the class of 2025. My name is Tiara, and it is my pleasure to be your MC for today. Thank you all for being here today to witness and celebrate the achievements of our graduates. Without further ado, let us now put our hands together to welcome on stage the Dean of School of Accountancy, Lee Kong-chen, Professor Zhang Lendong, to deliver his opening address. Professor Zhang, please.
It's not my speech. Okay, dear families, friends, faculty, staff, graduates, good afternoon. So to our graduates, just now the chairman said most of us will graduate, but it is not easy to graduate from School of Accountancy. So I want to say again, congratulations, class of 2025. So today is your day. You have made it through late night deadlines, nerve-wracking exams, and yes, more group projects than any reasonable human should endure. And yet you are here, smiling in your gown, walking tall, and somehow figuring out which side the tussle goes on. To the families and the loved ones, thank you. Your support, encouragement, and sometimes just your cooking have helped our graduates get here. This is your achievement too. Thank you. Over a century ago, economist Alfred Marshall said that economics should have cool heads but warm hearts. That wisdom is even more relevant today, not just for economists, but for all of us. So, to the class of 2025, I hope you will carry this mindset, cool heads and warm hearts, as you take your next steps. Let me share a few thoughts on what that might mean. First, in your professional life, use a cool head to make clear-eyed, evidence-based decisions, but don't stop there.
Stay open to different perspectives, especially those that challenge your own. Whether you are an auditor, analyst, entrepreneur, banker, or consultant, your ability to stay objective while listening with curiosity will be your superpower. But even more importantly, lead with a warm heart. Today's business decisions don't exist in a vacuum. They impact people, communities, and our planet. We hope your time here has taught you not just how to calculate and report numbers, but how to ask, what do these numbers mean for the society? Who is affected? And how we can do better. Over the past years, we have heard a lot about AI disrupting accounting. Yes, the tools are changing, but the human value you bring, your integrity, empathy, and judgment is irreplaceable. AI can analyze data, but it cannot understand context or care. This is your edge. Second, in your personal life, keep your head cool, especially when navigating uncertainty. From investing your first paycheck to choosing a career path, don't let noise cloud your thinking. Stay grounded, stay curious, and read the footnotes of life and of financial statements. Just as importantly, live with a warm heart. Show compassion, express gratitude to those who have supported you, your friends, mentors, even strangers. Research shows that compassion and gratitude foster happiness, and happier people actually can make better decisions. Even analysts, yes, according to Professor Anping, happier ones tend to make earnings forecast more accurately. The class of 2025, we live in a world marked by uncertainty, geopolitical tensions, climate shifts, rapid technology disruption. But within this uncertainty lies great opportunity. I believe that with your clear mind, warm heart, and strong values, you won't just navigate this changing world, you will help shape it. Congratulations again to you and your family. Go forward with confidence and make SMU and SOA proud. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Tang. Please remain on stage for the awards presentation to the award winners from the Bachelor of the Accountancy class of 2025. Chua Yingfei. R. Kim Sui Financial Accounting Award Joint Winner, CPA Australia CPA Program Award for Top Bachelor of Accountancy Graduate, Deloitte & Touche Gold Medal Award, ISCA Gold Medal Award, KPMG Accounting Gold Medal Award. Shrishti Chopra Accountancy Law Major Award, EY Outstanding Student Leader Award, Ho Kwon Ping Circle Award. Chu Rei Ti, Lee Fok Hong Taxation Award, Tax Academy of Singapore Award for the top student in advanced taxation. Chang Ging Wei, Fo Kon Tan Auditing Award. Andrew Lee Zi-kyung. Professor Tan Pek Meng Gold Medal Award. Ng Yan Kai, All Kim Sui Financial Accounting Award joint winner. Zheng Brei-Ti, PricewaterhouseCoopers Outstanding Achievement Award. Thank you, Professor Zhang. May we invite you back to your seat, please? We will now proceed with the degree presentation to the class of 2025 Bachelor of Accountancy graduates. May we invite Associate Provost Lifelong Learning and the Associate Dean of School of Accountancy, Professor Gary Pan, on stage to present the degrees. May we also invite Senior Lecturer of Accounting, Kelly Ngo, on stage to announce the names of the graduates.
As I call out your names, please step forward to receive your degree. Go Yong Chi. Jolene Yo Shan Min. Tang Qian Jing. Narayanan Sokalingam. Brandon Surya Rajendra. James Chin Shin On. Sammy Ong Tian Ru. Tiong Jain Wee. Ng Kai Ching. Lin Yan Ching. Lin Zheng Yu. Tan Wei Xuan Reese. Bian Si Yu. Wu Shihan. Liao Zhe Zhuang. Tan Hui Ting. Chin Jia Tong. Xia Hai Ling. Zulaika binti Ahmad Zulkifli. Tolentino Angelo Morales. Noor Akisha binti Hamdan. Lim Adila binti Adam. Tan Jingyi. Stephalyn Seat Wailing. Liao and Yi. Huang Jingjie. Xing Po Yi. Nicole Lee Min Hui. Pham Ro Yu. Tan Jen. Si Yi Xuan Alina. S. Arjun Kumar. Lee Zhu Ting Ali. Ko Ray Tian Joanne. Cheryl Vanessa Devon. Akshay Bryan. Gautam Sudhir. Muhammad Shafiq bin Muhammad Nazim. Jocelyn Ng. Jing Yi Megan. Leong Eun Sin Jenna. Lee Kai Ni Karen. Aniru Sanjay. Aditya Patro. Shivani Srinivasan. Gautam Sethi Rashmi Rao. Eleanor Ng Rong. Angeline Fong Jingwei. Ryan Tan Bing Ray. Chao Han Wen Jerry. Jonathan Po Jun Hui. Kang Shun Adwin. Chu Ian. Ray Jing Regine. Ong Yu Kai. Lim Eun Tong. Lee Wen Hui Michelle. Crystal Ong. Lee Hui Sin. Kan Guan Yu Chloe. Lee Ying Hui Amber. Ray May. Mavis Chi. Carissa Ang Kim Ying. Melanie Yao Sin Ru. Tristan Liu Zhongsheng. Kwan Yun Fong Jason. Anisa Nor Fahira binti Abdul Rahim. Anthony Jimenez Perez. To Yi Tong. Joel Heng Shi Yi. Basil Dil Ng Dui Chang. Ang Wei Cheng Christopher. Xia Jun Yang Ernest. Go Guan Hui. Gui Sok Yik. Tristan Lim Ye Jun. Sing Hong Wei. Region. Asha Jain. Kai Chloe. Tan Ying En Celeste. Gui Sok Yin. Valerie Yip Hoi Yen. Chong Yi Ning. Tae Wan Xuan. Whitney Tae Jing Eun. Aisha Bashir Ahmad. Danella Luis Santos de Terra. Shahina Afzal. Sherlyn Wee Le Yu. Anumala Ravi. Si Min Hui. Tan Yi Hao. Lizo Yu Wei Shuang. Jessica Peg Ray. Ko Hwan Ling. Lovina Tam Jia Hui. Padmapriya Narayanan. Chan Yen Tong. Chong Yi Rin. Noor Amira Hanis binti Isham. Huang Yi Shon. Jody Liu Ying Ting. Leonard Luke Ren Yi. Fiona Oralia. Ho Yuan Lin Marissa N. Nadia Singh Kai Ning. Nga Jia Yi. Go Sammy. Ho Wei Lun. Tan Chin Lee Athena. Jewel Quack. Samantha Leong Wen Sin. Cheng Qin Xuan. Wong Eunice. Tai Jinglin Felicia. Ngan Qian Yi. Florence Gui Shi Juan. Shane Ho Ka Xuan. Ngo Yi Da. Po Shi Xuan. Lee Junwei Sean. Striyansh Jain. Sanya Sarah Kanodia. Akshita Kemka. Aoyong Sing Hong. Ting Yi Ting. Jolene Ke Li Sheng. Kan Gyok Ling Eileen. Yvonne Yang. Callista Fedora Asana. Caroline Fidelia Jipto Hajo. Andy Siti Aisha Najia. Zhong Fang Jun. Esther Chua Jae Ying.
Thank you, Professor Pan. May we invite you back to your seat, please? May we now invite Associate Dean of School of Accountancy, Professor Xiao Po San, on stage to present the degrees to the class of 2025.
Ang Lin Ting Perlin. Elaine Kui Yong Ting. Ho Sin Ying. Gan Ya Nan. Joey Leong Kai Ting. Tan Jia-yi Trisha. Su Hui. Wu Hui En. Wei Wen Hao. Wu Jiaming Raynard. Wu Yuan John. Ho Lin Yang. Yu Hui. Yap Wei Yo Timothy. Jemima Phua. Tan Jie Ni. Ivan Ong Jing Jie. Philbert Chan Swee Kiat. Tan Kian Wee Brian. Wong Wei Sheng Nicholas. Lee Jun Long. Yo Jia Hui Eileen. Lim Ji Eun. Kong Sim Wee. Brenda Ong Hui Min. Joey Ho Jing Yi. Ko Jing Ji Rachel. Lee Yen Alicia. Regina Ng Ka Xuan. Shafira Maybelline Devrizal. Liao Jingyi. Ngan Wei Zhe Kelvin. Chua Yushen Ryan. Aloysius Teo Chuan En. Chua Casey. Snega Suresh. Carmen de Cruz. Lim Ziqi. Ashley Fu. Chu K. Kain. Pan Yuxuan. Stephine Johanna. Boon Chong Sing. Pankawi Bruce. Kwek Tik Jun Donald. Chua Yong Kien. Kellen Tan Yen Yi. Lee Xin Yu. Andrea Gun Su Zhen. Vignesh, son of Kathikesan. Tan Li Wen. Teng Chi Kai. Te Jing Da Brian. Valerie Chung Sin Yi. Teo Jie Ying. Ying Shu Wen Jessica. Dion Lo Tian Rong alias Dion Tan Yu Zhen. Lim Tik Yang Daniel. Go Su Xian Cheryl. Zhi Ying. Kok Kai Ying. Ku Izo. Lim Wee Chen Sharon. Lucas Tan Zheng Hao. Race Teo. Tan Jia-yin Valen. Schmeichel James Simpson. To Kai Wang Justin. Chong Su Sin. Justin Ryan Siu. Dean Cedric Lopez Cochet Chua. Vidya Lakshmi, daughter of Jayakumar. Ramachandran Pravina. Li Ruohua. Dao Ngọc Lam. Celine Ang. Rachel He Zhi Yuan. Chen Xin Tong. Shauna Yang Pei Jun Yun. Ng Wei Hao. Derek Chia Xin Yu. Lim Yi Ru. Niu Rei Shan. Claire Yo Zoe. Tae Yi Chu. Charmaine Chua Shimin. Ko Kai Zhou. Ying. Tan Wei Ting. Ryan Samuel Wong. Kana Garaj Pranav. Yue King Wai David. PZ Mohammad Ashfa. Daniel Joe. Lun Jia Wei. Tan Jialin Daphne. Guna Sakaran Divya Darsini. Ong Si Hui Nichelle. Edgar Russell Tiong Kai Han. Ong Xiang Ting Callista. Nakesha Ng Yue Ning. Vanessa Tan Kai Ting. Nyo Mei Ying. Andra Tan Kai Sin. Owen Lim Jin Feng. Lim Sin Ying Sherilyn. Joey Yip Jia Yu. Li Tianxiang. Sai Kiriti Desi Raju. Sean Ang Wei Ming. Teo Justin. Mo Yen Ni. Hui Min. Quack Li Ying Chrissy. Yu Jin Kiet. Amelia Tan Yi Xuan. Li Kai Ying. Cheryl Lim Jia Ying. Muhammad Fidaus bin Muhammad Zainal. Go Zhiping. Bavlin Tan. Tan Yen Ting. Che Hui Sin. Tan Jia Yi Emily. Violet Kan Ying Ying. Durantu Nafiza binti Salim. Vishwa Janani. Hua Wen Xue. Louis Lu Junzhe. Li Meiyi Chloe. Gwendolyn Se Xin Jie. Muthu Krishnan Perumal.
Thank you, Professor Xiao and Ms. Ngo. May we invite you back to your seats, please. In every cohort, the most outstanding graduating student is accorded the highest honor of Valedictorian, and the second most outstanding student the honor of Salutatorian. Let us welcome the Dean of School of Accountancy, Professor Zhang Lendong, on stage once again to present the School Salutatorian and Valedictorian Awards. Our ICAEW School of Accountancy Salutatorian for the class of 2025 is an all-rounder and determined to perform her best in every task she sets her mind on. Academics aside, she has performed on stage with the SMU Caderas Latinas, emerged as the best speakers at case competition, and even developed a passion for baking. Let us now put our hands together for the ICAEW School of Accountancy Salutatorian for 2025, Gwendolyn Sir. Gwendolyn also graduates with a secondary degree in Bachelor of Business Management. Congratulations, Gwendolyn. And now for our final award presentation, the Kwek Hong Peng SMU School of Accountancy Valedictorian Award. Our valedictorian for the class of 2025 has a passion for mentoring and service to the community. He mentored his peers as an SOA peer tutor, SMU Library peer advisor, and a communication coach for the SMU Center for English Communication. He also chose to serve the SMU community as an emergency first responder in the SMU Civil Defense Lionhearted. Last but not least, he was also an SMU ambassador, hosting external guests and VIPs on their visits to SMU. Let us now put our hands together for the Kwek Hong Peng SMU School of Accountancy Valedictorian for the class of 2025, Muthu Krishnan Perumal. Thank you, Professor Dum. May we invite you back to your seat, please. Let us now invite Mutu to deliver his valedictory speech. Mutu, please.
A very good afternoon to Dean of School of Accountancy, Lee Kong-chen Professor Zhang Liandong, Associate Deans, esteemed professors, distinguished guests, family, friends, and my fellow graduates of SMU Bachelor of Accountancy, class of 2025. I am deeply grateful for the privilege to be giving this speech today on behalf of the SOA graduating class of 2025. Choices. It is our choices, Harry, that show what we truly are, far more than our abilities, said Dumbledore in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Today, I'm here to share 3 choices that are easily overlooked but led us to this graduation day. Firstly, our choice to brave the unknown. Just as Harry, I can resonate with all students here in being afraid to start our first semester, not knowing what to expect over the next 4 years. Had I known the number of coffees I had to drink to remember the FCFF model, for the record, it was over 6 cups, that fear would have stopped me right there. But our choice to step into those unfamiliar modules and unknown experiences led us to this day and this moment. Secondly, our choice to embrace failure. I have never met a student who managed to balance the cash flow statement on their first attempt, including myself. And aside from printing Hello World in Python, I doubt many of us wrote a bug-free code in our first attempt either. Receiving this degree today feels so much better exactly because of those setbacks and the all-nighters that we pulled to learn and solve for the answers instead of giving up on our failure. Lastly, our choice to foster meaningful relationships. We joined SMU during a global pandemic, a time when we all felt distant and disconnected. But our choice to live, love, and share our moments with new friends, professors, classmates, and staff members allowed us to rebuild this incredible SMU community back together. And on a personal note, my love for my mom allowed me to shed over 25 kg to take care of her during tough times. Hi, Ma. Congrats. Yeah, we both made it. So our choice to foster these meaningful relationships allowed us to walk not only stronger, but also longer. With such a strong record in making the right choices, I'm here to remind all of us again to take a leap of faith in our choices. Once again, congratulations, SOA class of 2025. We totally got this. Thank you.
Thank you, Mutu, and once again, congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now come to the end of this commencement ceremony. Bachelor of Accountancy graduates, you may now officially shift your tassels from the right to the left as a mark of your graduated status. Finally, a big congratulations to all the graduates of the class of 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated as our Dean, Associate Deans, and other faculty take their leave. Please remain seated as the graduates make their way to the group class photo location. Parents and guests, thank you all for waiting so patiently and joining us here today. Please follow the ushers and proceed to the buffet reception on level 2.